Hey, so in this video, I'm going to be talking about the Maven system. The Maven system is an experiment that we're running in Q4 2023 that allows us to build up expertise within D&D. And the way that the Maven system works is all hosted in this Coda document that is called D&D Mavens. I'll share this with everybody. And the way that we're going to build that expertise is by encouraging our team members to track their experiences with our key systems, that's Asana, Coda, and Almanac, and to create a kind of finish line at 2 quarters of being with D&D to be considered a Maven or an expert at one of these systems. So we can look at our rationale here. Why are we doing this? I'll let you all kind of read this on your own. But overall, our goal as a company is to invest in you, our employees. And so one of the ways that we do that is to build knowledge in tools and in thought processes that you'll be able to take with you wherever you go. So in order to be tagged as a Maven, the requirements that we're going to set for this quarter, just to try this out again in this experiment, is 15 total hours of educational content kind of read or looked at in the system, watched, and then 5 artifacts created. So that would be projects, docs, or Almanac documents. And then answering 5 questions about that system within the... hold on one second, I'm getting a phone call. And we're back. So we were talking about how does a person actually get qualified or tagged as a Maven. You'll need to watch or read 15 hours of content, create at least 5 artifacts, and publicly answer 5 questions about that system. That can be done in Slack or in our handbooks. I'm just going to say not just directly, but in Asana or Slack, or by documenting, answer that question in one of our handbooks. And the way that you'll keep track of that is your personal dashboard. So I'll just show you my dashboard. This is going to be your own personal dashboard. Whenever you log in, all your information is going to be here. So yours is not going to look the same as mine. But you can see your progress in terms of content, artifacts, and questions. And you can log what content, artifacts, and questions that you accomplish here by hitting the new button and then writing things in here. So for educational content, my suggestion to you for the systems is to either go to the stated support pages for these systems. So Asana has Asana Academy, which is a great resource. They've got a lot of really good videos here, as well as whole courses that are built into Asana Academy. So you can search for things that you're interested in, things that you think are going to give you value, and just consume as much content as you can about it. For Coda, they also have a resources page at coda.io/resources that has a bunch of guides. If you're just kind of getting started out, I would definitely check out these courses here. And then, if you really have specific, interesting questions that you have, it's a great idea to search for whether that information exists here at the guides, or just scroll through here and find things that look interesting to you, and just learn more about it. And obviously, do everything you can to learn things that are relevant for your work, but I think most of the things that you're going to be learning during this process are going to be relevant. If you run out of content, official content from Asana or from Coda, there's always YouTube. So what is really great about the internet is that people are creating content about these companies all the time. So obviously Coda has their own YouTube channel, but if I type in like Coda School. Well, actually, that's a bunch of movies, but you get the idea. There might be, Coda School is a thing that I thought was a thing, but I guess not. Yeah, just look for coda.io tutorials. And let's see, yeah, you get some of their official stuff, and then you're gonna get things like this, right? You have folks who are creating content specifically around these things. Asana definitely is going to have that. They're very established. They can have a lot of content out there. And then, yeah, I think those would be really helpful. There are plenty of courses online as well, for like Coursera, Udemy, that are paid. I think for now, my inclination is for you all to just focus on the free content and see how far you're able to get. And then if you have very specific questions, or you feel like there's specific areas that you really are interested in, then I think we can talk about whether it makes sense for us to invest in some of those courses. Artifacts, depending on the system, so Asana would be projects, Coda would be documents, and Almanac would be pages. Whenever you create one and it's finished to the point where you're pretty happy with how it turned out and it's put together the way that you want, you can add it here and link to it. So what I failed to mention, very important, is that you link to the content, just so that it's clear what you've actually looked at. So for example, here, let's say I watched this entire basic workflows course, which I think would actually be a really good course for anyone who's looking into Asana. I just copy this, and then I just click into this cell and paste it. And once that's done, it will be a link, and I can go to it. Same thing here for Asana projects. Let's say I've got an Asana project that I am pretty happy about and that I want to share. So I'll go to that project, and project actions. I can copy the link here. I can also, I think, grab the link here if I right click. That's correct. So grab that and go back to here, and then I'll just paste it in. And now I've got a link to artifacts so that when it comes time to review, we can look through these. I would like to review everything that you all looked at, just so I have an idea of what you've gone into, and I can kind of verify that you are indeed a Maven, which will be very exciting. Finally, questions answered. Same thing. If you let's just go through this process. You click a button. The name of the question answered. Why are you like this? And then let's just say the system's on Asana, and then let's say I answered this question in Almanac. I'll just copy this and paste it in, and that'll be that. And so that'll be here. Just one note, and this is just general in Coda. If you screw up and you accidentally add something you didn't mean to, you can always right-click and delete the row everywhere, and that will indeed delete the row across the entire system. But that's how you get rid of things that are mistakes. Yeah, finally, for us as a team, we have the team tracker, which will show all of the team members and what they're working on, as well as all the things that they have found or that they've gone through, and I'll have information about what they're working on and link to it. So what would be really cool, I think, is if you find something that you think is really helpful, you could even add a comment to it and tag people who you think would be interested in also checking that thing out. So I might tag Celeste and James and just say, hey, this is interesting. Or I might say, David, Darcy, and Will. Well, actually, yeah, who else? Who's looking at Asana? Yeah, David, Celeste, and Will. Oh, no, Celeste. Yeah, Celeste. Look at this Asana video, blah, blah, blah. And then you can send it, right? So I think this would be a great way for us to interact with one another around just growing and getting more equipped and educated and ultimately being more effective in our work. We value growth as a company, and I want for every member to be growing very and challenging themselves, growing rapidly. So this is a system that I want for everyone to be participating in, and to, again, the goal is for everyone in the company to, within 2 quarters with D&D, be considered a Maven of one of these products. Finally, a little disclaimer on Almanac, because there's still not a lot of educational material out there on Almanac. So I haven't assigned anybody Almanac this quarter. However, that might change, and I might need to adjust the requirements a little bit, just because Almanac is so new, and there really aren't that many resources out there for it. But yeah, overall, that's the Maven system. Feel free to let me know what you think. If you got any questions, I want everyone to really engage in this quarter, and I want to see everyone just learning things and just enjoying this process of growing and getting better at these systems. So, all right. Thanks, everybody.